What is happening? I got the view. I'm here on a walk. Take my glasses off so I can actually see. I wanted to give you 3 tips for having an amazingly productive week. I'm out here on a hike. I've found a waterfall and a few trails, and I've just been out here enjoying my Saturday morning. It's Saturday as I record this. You'll probably be getting it Sunday, maybe Monday, probably Sunday, depending on when I get it out to you, honestly. But either way, I wanted to record it for you and give you 3 tips. Hey, there's a little snake. Kind of a big snake, actually. Almost stepped on him. That's what you get for being in the center of the trail. So, 3 tips. Is this another snake up here? I think here's another snake. No, that's just a root. Now I'm looking for snakes. It's funny. Alright, so 3 tips on how to have an amazingly productive week. More productive than ever before. And tip number 1 is that your week starts on the weekend before. So by simply starting to think about your upcoming week on Saturday and on Sunday, you can even reflect back over the previous week if you want. I usually do that on Fridays. But by simply thinking about, what do I want to do this week? Who do I want to be? What do I want to create a couple of days ahead? And asking that question on Saturday, pondering it, thinking about it, asking it again on Sunday, and just getting clarity on it before the week begins. Because that's where it all starts. All creation starts with our thoughts, with our imagination. Who do we want to imagine ourselves to be? Because whenever we start setting that intention and we think, you know what, I want to show up this week as this person. I want to show up and I want to be the person who works out every day. I want to be the person who puts content out every day. I want to be this. I want to do these things. And when you start thinking about it on the weekend, before the week starts, you can't just automatically, you can't mess this one up. Automatically, you will be more productive during your week. So that's tip number 1. It starts on the weekend. I'll give you another little view of the next waterfall. Not waterfall, little creek that I'm following. And so, tip number 2, what's tip number 2? Tip number 2 for having an amazingly productive week is think about your vision. Reconnect with your vision. Big picture. Who do you want to be in life? What are you working towards? How do you want to show up? Who do you want to serve? What type of person do you want to be? What do you want others to say about you? What do you want to accomplish in life? So think about, the year before you die. You're hanging out, sitting on your porch in the rocking chair. I think Tony Robbins calls it the rocking chair test. And you're looking back over your life. What do you want it to be about? Reconnect with that vision. So many people never even figure that out. So that's step 1. You got to figure that out. Who do you want to be in this life? What do you want to create? Who do you want to impact? What legacy do you want to leave? These are things that are far out into the future. But those are the North Star things that drive us. And then every week, every day, you can break that down. You can figure out, okay, if I want to be a person that embodies health, that means a few things. Consistent, healthy eating habits, among others. And so, reconnect with that vision. That's tip number 2. Because when you reconnect with the vision, that is what fuels you. That's what gets you excited. That's what pulls the passion within you out into the world. And if you start doing that on Saturday or Sunday, leading up to the week ahead, that excitement will start to build. The anticipation for the week will start to build. And again, almost by default, automatically, without doing anything else, just that step, you'll create such more of a productive week. You'll be more productive, you'll get more done. And so that's tip number 2, just reconnect with that vision. Tip number 3, I recommend doing that. A great place to do that, I guess this is a piggyback off of tip number 2. But get out in nature. As you see, I'm on a hike. This is what I'm doing today, is I'm hiking, I'm out in nature, I'm getting into my body, I'm feeling, feeling the breath. I'm getting present to the moment. I take little earbuds, and at some parts during my hike I'll listen to like either inspirational stuff or philosophical stuff or books or whatever in my earbuds, but then for a portion of the hike I take them out and I get completely present. I just listen to the sound of nature, enjoy the beauty that I'm seeing, and I get really grateful. Gratitude for my body, my legs that are allowing me to walk on this hike, the technology allowing me to record this video for you. And I just go through my gratitude list, and by simply doing that and getting out in nature and breathing and just being present to the moment, as present as I can be, that starts to fuel me. The passion starts to bubble up, and it carries over into the week, and it comes out in my videos and my content and the stuff that I actually do. And so that's tip number 2, is reconnect with that vision. Number 3 is set the intention. Once you've reconnected with the vision, once you have, if you do that out in nature or whatever, you've reconnected with the vision, you have whatever tip 1 was. I forgot tip number 1. But you set the intention, you take it from thinking about what you want. Tip number 1 was start thinking ahead, right? And so you start early and you reconnect with the vision, and then you bring it back. So when I get home on Sundays, usually what I do is I actually take it from my head and my heart and I write it down onto paper or onto my computer. I write down and I get intentional about specifically what I want to do. And I set activity goals. I say, okay, I know my vision. I've reconnected with that. I know who I want to show up as in this life. I know what I want to create. I know who I want to impact, what I want to do. And so I then take that, and that's when I set my activity goals. What are the things that I want to accomplish this week? Things that I can control. I can't control how much weight I lose. I can't control how much money comes in, which person pulls out their credit card and buys something from us. I can control what I put in my body. I can control how many workouts I do. I can control how much content and value I put out into the world. So set activity goals that you can control. And when you do these 3 things, you start early, you reconnect with the vision, and from that reconnection, you get specific and set activity goals for the week. You're automatically going to start working towards those activity goals. You'll notice yourself being more energized in the week when you wake up in the mornings, because you started thinking about it and you got some momentum going. And it takes a lot to stop momentum in this regard. Intention is a very, very powerful thing. One of the most powerful things that we can do. So when you intend and you say, I intend ... I'm doing this many workouts this week. I intend on creating this much content this week. I intend ... What do you intend? And then you write it down and you print it out and you look at it every day. Monday you get up and you look at it. Tuesday you get up and you look at it. Wednesday you get up and you look at it. And that momentum that started during the weekend, it starts to build, it starts to carry. You put it into those activity goals. You will have the most productive week that you've had in a long time. So there you go, my friend. Thank you so much for being a part of my world. Thanks for paying attention to me, to us, giving me your time. You could have put it anywhere, and I truly appreciate you. I thank you. I hope you have an amazing week. We'll talk to you soon.